It always begins here. In the silence, no one applauds. In the darkness, no one sees. This is not the moment of victory. This is the moment before the rise. This is where comebacks are born. This is the place people fear the most. The place where doubt speaks the loudest. Where failure replays itself on repeat. Where the world seems far away. But listen closely. This is where strength is forged. Pain changes you. Loss reshapes you. Failure introduces you to yourself. And in this moment, you have a choice. Stay down and disappear. Or rise quietly and prepare. Nobody talks about this part. The part where hope feels expensive. Where belief feels foolish. Where trying again feels dangerous. But understand this truth clearly. Every great comeback passes through here. The world doesn't stop for your pain. It keeps moving, laughing, winning, and that hurts. But pain is not the end. It's the signal. Champions are not built in comfort. They are built in early mornings and late nights. In hours no one documents. In effort no one praises. This is the unseen grind. This is where the shift begins. Look at yourself. Not who you were. Not who they said you were. But who you are becoming. This moment matters. Because decisions made in darkness define the light. No motivation. No applause. Just discipline. Just commitment. You don't need confidence to begin. You need courage to move. This is how it starts. One step, then another. No destination yet. Just motion. Just refusal to stay broken. Growth is uncomfortable. Change hurts. Transformation demands sacrifice. Your body will resist. Your mind will fight back. Move anyway. You remember every fall, every mistake, every time you weren't enough. But those moments didn't kill you. They trained you. They prepared you for this run. This is where discipline replaces motivation. Where excuses die. Where pain becomes familiar. You don't feel strong yet. But strength is being built silently. Brick by brick. Progress is invisible before it's undeniable. Most quit here. Because results haven't shown up. But the work is working, even when it feels pointless. Trust the process. You don't look the same anymore. You don't think the same anymore. Pain refined you. Silence taught you. The darkness didn't break you. It shaped you. And this is the reward. Not success yet. Not victory yet. But proof. Proof that night doesn't last forever. You survived what you thought would end you. You endured what tried to destroy you. You kept going when quitting was easier. That alone makes you dangerous. That alone separates you. And the journey has just begun. They doubted you. They underestimated you. They counted you out. But what they never understood, you were being rebuilt. In silence. This is no longer survival. This is preparation. You're not running from pain anymore. You're chasing purpose. And purpose fuels a fire nothing can stop. Clarity comes after chaos. Vision follows struggle. Now you know what you want. And more importantly, you know what you're willing to suffer for. Storms don't ask permission. They arrive unannounced. But storms don't stop warriors. They test them. And every test you pass adds weight to your legacy. You no longer wait for perfect conditions. You move regardless. Because discipline doesn't negotiate. And greatness doesn't require comfort. It requires commitment. Every single day, you remember the darkness. But it no longer scares you. Because you've been here before. And you know what comes next. Light follows those who endure. Gratitude changes everything. Even for the pain. Especially for the pain. Because without it, you wouldn't be who you are now. This moment feels different. Not because the risk is gone. But because you are stronger. You're not desperate anymore. You're prepared. They feel it before you speak. Presence. Confidence. Earned, not borrowed. Built in darkness. Revealed in light. You don't need to explain your journey. Your energy tells the story. Pain gave you depth. Failure gave you humility. Persistence gave you power. You remember where you started. But you don't live there anymore. That chapter is closed. Not forgotten. Honored. This is the payoff. Not the money. Not the applause. But the knowledge. You can face anything now. Your comeback will confuse people. Because they didn't see the work. They didn't feel the nights. They didn't carry the weight. But you did. Remember this forever. The comeback always starts in the dark. In silence. In pain. But those who endure the night, they own the morning. The world feels loud now. Fast. Demanding. but you're no longer overwhelmed. You learned patience in silence, and silence trained you well. You don't chase validation anymore. You don't beg to be seen, because confidence walks without noise, and power doesn't announce itself. It's felt, earned. Every scar tells a story, not of weakness, but of survival. You are proof that pain can transform, that struggle can elevate, that darkness can refine. You don't look back to relive regret. You look back to measure distance, to remind yourself how far you've come and how far you're willing to go. Forward is the only direction now. The work doesn't stop after progress. That's where most people fail. They relax too soon. You don't, because discipline is no longer effort. It's identity. Pressure used to break you. Now it sharpens you, because you learn control in chaos. You learn focus in pain, and now nothing rattles you easily. Darkness doesn't mean fear anymore. It means focus. It means work without distraction, because you mastered yourself when no one watched. And that mastery stays forever. Your standards have changed. Average no longer excites you. Comfort no longer tempts you. You know what settling costs, and you've paid enough already. Not everyone will understand your hunger. That's okay. This path isn't crowded. It requires sacrifice, and you've already proven you're willing to pay the price. Storms still come. Challenges don't disappear. But fear no longer controls your reaction. You've been tested before, and you passed. This is resilience. Not loud, not dramatic, just relentless forward motion. You keep going, not because it's easy, but because quitting is no longer an option. Their opinions lost power the moment you grew. Their doubt expired when you stayed consistent. You don't carry their voices anymore. You replace them with discipline, and discipline never lies. You're playing a different game now. Higher pressure, greater responsibility. But you belong here, because this level was built in the dark. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement despite it. You feel the nerves, and you move anyway. That's real strength. This is what preparation feels like. Not perfection, not certainty, but trust in the work you put in. And the work never lies. They see the result, but not the nights, not the tears, not the doubt you fought alone. And that's fine. This journey was never for them. Real winners don't need noise. They don't need approval. They know. And that inner peace, that's the real victory. You made peace with the dark. It no longer controls you. It reminds you of who you were and who you refuse to become again. Morning always comes, but only for those who stay, those who endure, those who don't quit at midnight. Your patience earned this sunrise. Remember this moment. The comeback didn't start when people noticed. It started when you were alone, in the dark, and you chose not to quit. If you're still struggling, good. That means you're still becoming. Don't rush the process. Respect it, because greatness takes time. Nobody claps for this phase. Nobody sees it, but this phase decides everything. And you're still here. That means you're winning already. You're not broken. You're forged. You're not behind. You're being prepared. And when the moment comes, you'll be ready. This world rewards persistence. Not talent alone. Not luck. But those who refuse to stop. And you've proven you are one of them. Never forget. The comeback always starts in the dark. And if you're still in the dark, that means the comeback is still loading. Stay ready. This is the moment most people quit. Not because they can't go on, but because they don't see results yet. The silence feels heavy. But silence is not failure. It's preparation. You feel tired. You feel tested. But quitting won't bring relief. It only brings regret. So you stand your ground. And you choose resilience again. This effort won't trend. No one will repost this grind. But this is where real strength grows. When no one is watching. When no one is clapping. Just you versus you. Time feels slower in the dark. Every second tests your patience. But time also exposes commitment. Those who stay earn transformation. Those who rush earn excuses. You choose to stay. You remember the pain clearly, but no longer controls you. You learn from it. You grew from it. The past doesn't define you anymore. It trained you. This isn't weakness. This is recovery. Even warriors need moments to breathe. Strength is knowing when to pause, not when to quit. And you never quit. You rise differently now. More grounded. More certain. Because every time you stood back up, you rewired your mind. You became harder to break. You don't sprint toward the light. You walk with control, because rushing leads to mistakes. And you've learned patience the hard way. Slow progress is still progress. And it lasts. Every step matters now. You're intentional, focused, present, because the journey taught you awareness. And awareness creates power. This is what progress feels like. Not explosive, not dramatic, just steady movement forward. And suddenly, the weight feels lighter. The night did its job. It tested you. It shaped you. And now it steps aside, because darkness always moves. For those who refuse to surrender, this light doesn't surprise you. You expected it, because you stayed when others left. You endured when others escaped. And now the reward meets preparation. Perfect timing. This isn't luck. This isn't chance. This is earned momentum, built through discipline, protected by consistency, and powered by belief. They notice you now, but don't let it change you. Attention comes and goes. Character stays. Remember who you were in the dark. Stay loyal to that version. This contrast matters, because it proves transformation is real. You didn't imagine this growth. You earned it. Every painful step counted. Every night mattered. Walk like someone who survived themselves. Someone who faced out head-on. Someone who didn't run from pain. You don't need to rush now. You've already won the hardest battle. Peace is the new power. Not chaos. Not ego. But control. And control is what darkness taught you best. You're not chasing anymore. You're aligned. Focused. Centered. Because once you survive the dark, nothing else feels overwhelming. This isn't exhaustion. This is satisfaction. The kind that comes from honesty. From knowing you gave everything and held nothing back. Remember this feeling. This calm. This strength. Because life will test you again. And when it does, you'll remember who you became. You didn't break. You didn't fold. You didn't disappear. You stayed. And staying changed everything. This is your proof. That darkness isn't the enemy. It's the classroom. And you graduated stronger. Smarter. Unstoppable. If you're in the dark right now, stay there long enough to grow. Don't rush the lesson. Don't escape the work. Your future depends on this moment, because every strong mind, every great comeback, every powerful transformation starts exactly where you are now, in the dark. Don't quit here. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And when the light comes, make sure it finds you ready.